Hello, my name is Jorge Argota. I am the founder and CEO of Argota Marketing. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about web development and how it benefits your firm. I'm going to look at things from a marketing perspective and how these all factor into the web development, web design. And so, throughout the course of my 14 years in marketing, 10 for legal marketing, I've collected data sets, right, that are important because it gives me the understanding of what makes a good website versus a bad website. And so just to give you some context of the tools, right, this is one example where it kind of collects all the clicks. It collects like where they scrolled, their attention, what did they click, what did they didn't click. And so from here I can kind of collect and have an understanding of how to improve a website and how to build a website and then how to improve it, right? So this is one of my clients, Percy, right? I've been with him for 10 years, and building a website has always been a huge priority for us, because this is where the conversions happen, right? 80% of the conversions are going to happen on your webpage. I understand that sometimes you can run local service ads and click to call functions on Google and things like that, but for the majority this is where it happens. And so ideally, when building out a website for law firms, you want to have something like this, ideally, right? And just to give you an idea of how important having a good website is Google uses something called the quality score for the Google AdWords. And quality score is important because it basically will reduce cost of your clicks. So not only is it saving you money by having a good website, it's also helping you obtain better conversions. So to give you an example, let's say a website is converting at a 5%, right? And then I come along and make that 10%. You're going to be essentially doubling your leads, right? Just from simply changing a few things on the website. And so that's why I always say it's important, and also Google looks at things like page speed, right? This is Percy's website. This is more for SEO reasons, but also Google AdWords and local service ads, right? You don't want to have a slow loading website. So that's why it's important to have, the whole breadth of technologies onto your website. And so here are some good examples. I'll give you a good example of a website so you can kind of take a look at it. So this one's Celino Law. It's very simple, very much like Percy's stuff, right? This is another company that did it, so whoever did it could work, right? It's simple, it's straight to the point. This is the kind of stuff I love to see, right? And then here are things that I don't like, right? This is too much, right? There's too much happening. There's a bunch of numbers floating everywhere. Like me personally, I don't like it. And I've seen websites with these numbers and they tend to not be good at all. Here's another one that's not, it's just like right in your face. It's not above the fold, right? They have to scroll down. So you probably already lost people, So that's the thing here, is to build a high converting website, right? That is built for SEO, right? So high page speed, quick load speed, but also to the plugins, right? Very important for WordPress. These are SEO tools that are implemented into there to help, while not a direct ranking factor, right? Not a direct ranking factor. It just helps, smooths things out, makes things easier, right? By implementing these technologies onto the website. And so, the thing is, the website that I build is for you guys. I don't hold the website hostage. I don't do any of those things. When I build a website, it's a one-time fee, and obviously, it's also per month, right? Because we're building out new pages, we're building out new things. But that's included with like the SEO package or the paid ads package, So if you just want to have a website and a couple pages, I can definitely do that for you if you want it one time. If you want me to implement your marketing and implement tracking analytics and tracking data and things like this, and implement Google AdWords and SEO, we should definitely, you can call me at any time. Again, thank you for visiting the website. I'm sorry that the video took a little bit longer, but it's so much information, but again, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.